Keep on this too. Heavy is the head. I see the boat throwing. I'm too full with it. I gotta keep going. Kobe with the wins. You niggas just Ginobili. You winning only cause of me. Let's keep the ball rolling. No disrespect, Slim. Where is your check, Slim?
Welcome back to another episode of the You Weren't There podcast. I am, of course, your host, at Mia Was Here. We got a great show for you today. We're going to start off, let my guests introduce themselves, give them their socials whenever they have them, and we're going to go from there. Roy, we'll start with you.
Hey, I'm OG Spiffy at OG Spiffy with an I as a one as an I. It's just, that's my third page. I don't understand y'all following me. I'll be getting indicted by the IG police. So this one we're gonna keep this one. I got another one on the way too, but we're gonna keep this one.
Why do you be having so many pages? I'm just curious.
Nah, the password shit that locked me out of my email. So I had to make a whole new email. So they locked me out. So I was on my phone. So they doing some weird shit.
That's type crazy.
Yeah.
But I hear you. John?
Hey, I don't have Instagram right now, but I'm Johnny Rossetti. When I do activate the Instagram back, it's Johnny_Rossetti. So I'll be back sometime late next month. I think I'm gonna give TikTok a whirl to this go round, but
okay,
I'll be back.
I like it. I like what you got in mind. So the hot topic at the moment, man, we got to start with it. Shedeur Sanders gets drafted in the 5th round of 2025's NFL draft. Roy, what you thinking?
It was fucked up. I ain't even gonna hold you. Fuck the Saints, fuck the Steelers. It's a lot of fuck the Raiders. It was disappointing. I was in the draft with them. You know what I'm saying? So I watched the joint on Twitch. It was real fucked up, because Prime don't do nothing but pray for y'all and love y'all, and he don't deserve that. Shedeur, he checked all the marks of all quarterbacks in the draft. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad he's in Cleveland. I want him to dominate. Fuck this distraction. This is the add to the journey and the legendary shit that you do. So I was real happy. I was real happy that he got picked. You know what I'm saying? Your mother, y'all understand the emotion in the draft when your family there, you don't get picked up, bro. That shit hit different. So
especially for somebody who was easily projected first round. So dropping from 1st to 5th is crazy.
Yeah, it was very blackballish. So, I'm glad Cleveland made their fucking mind up. So, I hope he don't get in that curse of the Cleveland quarterbacks and shit like that. So, I'm so happy for him, bro.
John?
Yeah, like Roy said, it's fucked up. The crazy part, I kind of, when they were saying he could slide, I wasn't really paying it. I wasn't even really listening to it because I'm like, y'all niggas tripping. I knew War was going number 1 because I get it, but slide, ain't no fucking way. You know what I'm saying? And the crazy part to him is it's clearly some collusion shit. Ain't no other way to put it. And they need to just say that, because you can't tell me the tape tells you that man ain't a top. To me, he should have been. I think he's the best QB in the draft. It's rare that you see a person. I'm not just saying this because he's black and yada yada. I'm more so saying it because it's usually when you have QBs that are draft projected to go that high, they have a super good team around them, super good linemen, and that's why so many quarterbacks fail to the high picks, because you come from a wealth of
4 stars,
4 stars and 5 stars, and then you go to a bad NFL team, and it's I'm not even used to this. Yeah. Shedeur was a rare case because he was projected that high, but he also had a below average offensive line, 0 run game for 2 years, a bad defense. Yes, he had Travis, but the totality around him wasn't good, and he still produced. So to pro style system, 2 schools, you know what I mean? He did it at, so he was one of the few that actually
2 schools and successful at 2 schools.
For sure. So he was one of the few that actually did showed you yo, I'm cool with, I've worked with less. I can you know what I mean? So he checked all boxes to me, and this is clearly some, bruh, you know what I knew was when the Saints picked when the Saints picked, I forget his name off the top, but when the Saints picked him, bruh, they picked let it sink in. They picked a 27-year-old project quarterback because he's not even going to start because Derek Carr's there. So you picked a guy that you want to sit behind Derek Carr. And he's 27-year-old. Because it's so old, he backed up Justin Herbert in college.
So the offensive tackle.
Not the QB.
The quarterback.
Okay.
He went in the second round.
Okay, the second round.
Okay.
Yeah, because first round they got that dude Kelvin Banks.
Yep. Yeah. You drafted dude they drafted sat behind Justin Herbert in college for 2 years. Justin Herbert is on the second year of his contract extension.
He probably get
in the league.
Bag.
Yeah, that's how old. Like, so once that happened, I was like, "Oh, y'all
went to Louisville and stinked it up."
Yeah, I was. Yeah, then he transferred. He got replaced at 2 schools.
Yeah.
So that's when I was like, "Oh, y'all playing that? Like it's not even about talent. Y'all just saying like it's fuck the person. And if it's that, cool. But say that. Don't give me the bullshit excuse about the other shit. Like y'all.
But you know they had that like anonymous NFL source. I think the guy said.
Who is anonymous? Them niggas.
You know
how
I go with that. You know how I go with that.
Them niggas are liars.
But you know
everybody's anonymous.
I think the quote was the worst formal interview I've ever been in my life.
Now I did hear he was wilding. I ain't gonna hold you. Like one person said he asked, like they said he was wilding to the fact of like the teams that he didn't want to go to. He was kind of being like they said one and Lewis said he heard this. He was like one interview.
Was it a Giant?
They was I don't know, but they was asking him about football, and he said, "Let's play a board game." Or like you know what I'm saying? Like really like so like if that's the case, I do think you have to have humility in all walks of life, but I don't want to hear that as a knock on this guy because, like, it wasn't a knock on Baker.
Nothing.
You know what I'm saying?
It wasn't a knock on Johnny.
It wasn't a knock on Manziel. It was moxie. It was spunk. So I don't want to hear that with Shedeur like he wasn't. And then people like it might be Dion. Bro, honest to God, like Roy just said, what the fuck has Dion done wrong to anybody? Like, yeah, he's bravado. He thought, but
is one of the most positive black men ever.
Yeah,
he's black excellent. He's never done anything.
And he's powerful. No, he's powerful and he's outspoken. Like he's not gonna let y'all play with his son. Just like fucking Archie. They said. They was so upset. San Diego was so upset when they didn't get Eli.
Oh yeah, back to that by the way, and that's another thing I wanted to get to because like I could see if they was keeping it like the same across the board.
Motherfucker, Archie said, Mafia.
Yeah, you can't say if you're saying that's Bama shit. Period, and you want to agree with that, cool, fine. But y'all let Archie do it. Archie said, and let's be real, Eli ain't even like the world up at Ole Miss. Like his name carried him a long way. Now the nigga that said Texas is a fucking dog.
Yeah.
But Eli wasn't even that for real. Like the name carried him, but like he was allowed to move because it happened with Elway. Like, so don't y'all didn't crucify them for this. So I don't even want to hear the like Shedeur the first to do that or say that. So like
and you know what? I got a question. Generally speaking, right? Because the Giants took like an edge rusher and like as a third pick, right?
I do call it.
I believe that was the right pick for him.
That was the right pick for them.
I think
even though fuck them,
I think he's the best player in the draft. I'm scared to death of them niggas now.
Yeah,
and I didn't like. Yeah, they're a problem now.
Yeah,
they're a problem.
But fuck them. I don't care about them. I don't care about them. I really don't.
Nah, facts. But I think like with Shedeur, the talk was obviously none of us is buying into this, right? Let's just say that for the record. None of us is buying into this. But the talk was arrogance and
they call me arrogant. I know that.
At best, arrogance and body language put you in the second round with his stats. He had like almost 4,200 yards.
He was the best quarterback in the fucking like he should have been in New York with Travis.
The offensive player of the year.
Offensive player he won all the high fucking college awards. And they didn't let him come to New York. They fucking interview him in New York. So it's just like it's a bad circle, but you know, he gonna ball out. I'm not tripping about him, bro. Like, he's gonna ball out.
Truthfully speaking, how much did race play into that?
I'm not gonna say race. It's too many. It's quarterback politics because Cam Newton go through it. Michael Vick went through it. Lamar went through it. So
you notice all the quarterbacks you named that.
Yeah, exactly. Fucking Breaker went through it. He went through it.
Okay.
Johnny Manziel went through it. They was calling him a fucking drunk and a cokehead and shit like that.
No, but he was a drunk and a cokehead.
Yeah.
And also didn't watch film, didn't do well in practice. Like Johnny Manziel was. I agree with everything that you said before, Johnny. He was the outlier in that situation and being somebody who like should not have gone to the NFL. But outside of him, I agree that it happened with Baker though.
Yeah, Baker too. It happens to like certain. It happens to. It's not a black thing, but when you're Deion Sanders, it's like, yeah, we're gonna try to put a plug on this side, and they did. So,
but why though?
It's just hate. It's like I said, it's politics. It's really like they like a standard type of quarterback. They like a cut up yes sir, no sir type of quarterback. They're like, yeah, what's up, bro? Like, what's up, gang? Like, they don't like that type of shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's fake quarterback politics that I never get because a lot of white quarterbacks that comes out of college fail. So it's weird. It's weird business. That's
Fair enough.
Yeah, I mean, racist, and I'm one of them niggas where I'm very slow to pull the race card in sports, especially football, because they're shown, regardless if you brown, purple, or gold, if you're talented enough, they will look the other way on a bunch of shit. So like, I don't, it's a more talent thing. Maybe it's more prejudice because I do think black people get away. I mean, I do think white, like I said, whites, they use a different word to describe something for white. Like even this draft, I heard he's not mobile, which is a joke because you can watch the film, but I heard he's not mobile. I was like, I said, damn, when we start slandering pocket quarterbacks, because when a white person does it, he's cerebral from the pocket, and not like when we start
style.
So when we start doing that, but so like it be shit like that. But I will say this though, I think what hurt Shedeur, along with the bravado, was more so. This is what I will say, and I hate. Roy knows I always say this time of year pisses me off the most because you will watch film on a nigga for 2, 3, 4 years, and it come around to the combine and like measurable, and niggas will throw everything they watched out the window, and they'll just start. What is he running the 40? How far can he? He can't throw 70 yards on his back foot, nigga. That happens once every 2 years. Like that's not. There's not even. They don't even design playbooks for forfeit. Would you say, man, when you get to 415, they always say there's nothing in the playbook for this.
Which is why a lot of players who are projected to go high have started skipping the combine.
Yeah, because
it can hurt you more than it can
help you. Because it's like, what does it matter at the end of the day? Like I have tape out there. So, but I think what hurt Shedeur is that when you watch the tape, it's clear. But if you're not watching tape and if you're not a football savant, he doesn't have physical attributes that jump out the gym to you. Like his arm isn't like he's like throwing through a wall like some people, or like it's not like he's running a blazing 40. So it's like in teams' minds that put something in their mind where it's like you not like that can't miss or generational where you can rap like this. But like I said, they're gonna be mistaken because the stuff that makes QBs to me, anticipation, commanding, manipulating eyes with a defense, manipulating defense with your eyes, making more with less, poise, all this stuff that goes into being a QB. He checks off.
They said he checks off those boxes. Daniels. They said the same shit about him. How he didn't do this and do that. Man, that nigga's in the SEC, balled the fuck out. Like I watched him before he came to it, and it's like they say it's too much criticism on the black quarterback. I don't like it. I don't like it at all because
facts. And I think it should get that VR training. He could be.
Bro, his trainer, shout out to Select. His trainer be with him all the time, always checking what he doing wrong and right. Like it's not even Dion. Like he puts in so much work. You know, it's just whatever team that gives him first of all, Cleveland needs to have a fucking line for him and shit like that. But it's like, yo, he trains on everything that he mistake. Like he checks himself. Like, you know what I'm saying? So,
and I think accountability is like really like underrated, like
right.
as a quarterback skill, because I think it's easy to like have a rough season, and whether or not you say it right, looking at this team like this is on them. I feel like in a lot of ways that's where Dak fell apart. Like as he got like closer to the end of his season, as injuries started to pile up, like he felt like it's the people around me, it's not me.
He don't care. He's definitely
rule for QBs is you always gotta say is you.
You always
even if it's not.
You gotta hold yourself
accountable. Because to me, no question, Mark Andrews was the one who lost.
That's different though.
That's different.
Why?
That's different because how the angle of the ball had Lamar throw to him, it was so low that Mark is like 6'4". He couldn't grab it. So it wasn't his fault.
He did double clutch it too. Which was weird. Like Lamar, Lamar you still don't catch it. Hit you. You
and it was in your hands.
Yeah, you pressing football.
Regardless of the fact that
but that fumble,
tall,
Lamar also had that fumble.
Low.
He had that fumble.
That's true. Which is what he said.
The thing with Lamar, why Lamar is where he is because you can excuse it 1 year, you can excuse it the second year, but at some point perception becomes reality. And the fact says you don't close the job, and it's not like situations where you like are a extreme underdog and we're asking you to be like Jordan-esque. Like, nah, bro, some of these games you should have had. Bro, when you lost last year was the year before last, sorry. When you had the Chiefs at home, they had just lost their center, which is Pro Bowl. You got Mark Andrews back. Bro, your defense allowed the Chiefs, and one of them came off for like a 35-yard pass that was right after the halftime. Even with that 35-yard pass, the Ravens allowed 61 yards in the whole second half against the Chiefs. You got to win that game, my boy. You know what I'm saying? And it's not so. It's like Lamar's in that space now where it's like similar like they did to Peyton, which is why I think this fit because they gave Peyton hell till he got that monkey off his back. Like you gotta. It don't matter what Lamar do in a regular season. He could rush for 5,000 yards. I don't give a shit. What are you going to do when it's like, because we seen that, and I got to keep it fair. And I love Lamar because he won us.
I'm a huge Lamar fan, bro.
But you got to do it. He got to hold himself accountable. You got to, you know what I'm saying?
You got to finish your job.
So
is Lamar going to win a championship?
It's going to be the same.
He's too talented. I can't see him not doing it. I would hate if he doesn't. I'd put it like that. I would hate if he doesn't. Okay. I would hate to have that.
It would happen. It's that offense they got to fix.
And if it doesn't, he gotta. If it don't happen, Chip, he has to like extremely ball out to the point where we like, okay, he did everything. Because that's kind of like why Josh Allen don't get the shit that Lamar gets, because the difference between him and Josh, and that's another thing with Lamar. In these playoffs losses, Lamar plays less than his play takes a step back in these losses. Josh Allen balls out in these playoff games. He's losing. Remember the joints against the Chiefs, probably one of the best games I've ever seen. The nigga scored 13 seconds wasn't enough. Like they drove down the field. The joint last year in the snow when they played in Buffalo, if the field goal kicker can make the fucking field goal, they might win. But Josh is balling.
I was the one like, he ain't gonna be good without this. Josh is different. He's a different animal.
That's why he
like Dan Marino is with it. So
yeah,
I was the one that was like, man, he can't do that shit without a number one quarterback, a number one receiver, and he fuck that. Yeah,
I was concerned about that.
They're supposed to be doo-doo.
They were supposed to be ass that niggas don't know. Like they got rid of everybody.
Now Josh might get it before Lamar.
I definitely thought it was gonna be done when they got rid of Stephon. To be honest, I thought it was like really.
No, Diggs played fucking horrible. I love Diggs. I love you. I love you, but you played fucking horrible. I remember that game. Like Josh was throwing that shit. You was not trying to catch the ball. I remember that. No. It was one play that we watched. Me and Tom.
When he dropped we was watching the house here when he dropped the joint. Yeah, we have to watch that. We was all in my crib watching that. But the thing about why I knew Stephon was in trouble is when he made the playoffs, not last year, but the year before last. When the joint we watching, when he made the playoffs, they was 6-6 at the midpoint. And he didn't lose. They went on like a 8-game winning streak, including the playoffs, because they beat Miami. But a lot of niggas don't know in that stretch of 6 games, Stephon didn't have over 100 yards receiving or 5 receptions during that whole stretch. And that's when I'm like, oh yeah, he done. Because once they see you, once they see it, I was like, yeah, he done. But
and then picked up that huge injury.
For sure.
That was unfortunate.
Yeah,
that was unfortunate.
What does he look like going forward? You think?
She got another bag. Got another $63 million. He went to the Patriots. He got another bag.
Yo, Patriots having a hell of an offseason.
Yeah,
I forgot about that. Because they had a good draft, yo.
They got my boy Milton Williams.
Yeah, they having a good.
He got a bag. He got another fucking bag. Just all them fucking kids.
Nah,
chill out. Like chill out. You got another bag. Chill out. Like chill out. I don't want to see you in DC popping bottles and get upset.
Yeah, it's only his. He got a. I mean,
he's still to me. Diggs is one of the in home team like athletes. He's the greatest. Like it was time that he had better numbers than Odell, and niggas wasn't not trying to give him his credit.
Facts.
Oh, that Vikings run was legendary.
Yeah, like, that nigga was a fucking
miracle in Minnesota.
Yeah, that Vikings run was legendary. But I mean, we'll see. Hopefully, he's the same after that because those were one of them injuries that you know what I'm saying. But we'll see if he Diggs can play. That's not Diggs' problem. Yeah. It's the because
I was thinking he was gonna come here. I was like, nah, he want a bag.
I actually thought he might go to the Cowboys. Like before he went to the Texans.
Yeah,
I thought he was gonna go and play with his brother.
So y'all ain't want him over Debo?
No,
I just don't trust him.
I don't want nobody. I don't want nobody to like. Those that know, like that's a real good locker room.
That's a hell of a locker room.
And I don't want nobody, I don't need no diva wide receiver.
That's
like,
Debo.
Nothing to like. And I was worried about Debo because Debo do have diva qualities, but I think
that's Debo.
It comes from a different place though. Like
such as
Debo is cool. If Debo only had 2 carries and 3, because they be doing a little end arounds, and if he had 3 carries and 2 catches and the 49ers was up 42-6, he'll be laughing, high-fiving, and he'll go block his ass off or like put you on your ass. It's when they're losing that he gets the bitching. Steph can be winning 56-0 and he had one catch and he's over there soaking. That's what I can't like do for real. And that's the thing with like it ain't like a me stats number with Debo. It's like, yo, if we losing and I'm not getting like now I'm mad. But I've seen games where Ayuk is going to fuck off and Debo. And I took my I've lost FanDuels because of Debo's underperformance. But Debo cool because they put belt the ass and they like, you know what I'm saying? Like I can live with that.
So he's good with the win where Stephon is like, it don't matter if they win and if he
needs the stats. Yeah. Like that run I was talking about. They was on a 7 straight heater and he was pissed. They kept showing him on the sidelines. Like that's when I knew it was unraveling. It's like, bro, y'all on y'all 7th win in a row, bro. Like y'all just won a playoff game. You tight. Like, you know what I mean? Like, but
so you think he's like locker room toxic? Potentially.
Not Diggs. I don't think Diggs is.
Yeah, that's I don't want to go that far. I don't want to go that far.
I think Debo is, because when you play for San Francisco, it's a high quality of what type of player you are, and you're around the flashing lights. Like San Francisco is a dynasty, so you're around that shit. So you got entitlement in you. You know what I'm saying? So that's the thing. I was mad y'all picked him up. I was like, yeah, then they're gonna be too entitled. Terry is a leader. He wants the youngest to be good. He wants he wants the other pros to be good. He wants Jaden to be all right. Like I see him in the huddle talking to Jay, like, come on, bro, come on. Facts. And being the positive leader. This nigga got some weird shit with him. Like I
think he's gonna be all right though. Because he wasn't that was kind of his locker room in San Francisco. Well, him and Trent. Like it was both of them. It's not really his locker room here. Like you got Terry, you got Bobby, you got like it's real leaders in there. So you got kind
and Tunsil now. And
I
think he'll
shit. Cosme's quality. Cosme don't be rah, but niggas know like
silent leader.
Silent leader. So it's people in that locker room. So.
Facts. Speaking of that locker room, right? So the Commanders drafted the offensive tackle from Oregon.
Yeah, love it.
Tough.
Love it. Like it?
Yeah.
Why?
Man, it's funny because
love is a strong word to use.
Yeah, because I was arguing with Command. Well, what fan base I hate the most, Roy? That really be making me mad. Yeah, like I feel like listen, I'm a Commanders fan, but
it be like Redskin. What was it, Redskin today? John be going off. I be in that motherfucker.
Yeah, because like my own.
I don't argue with my nation because them niggas are wild. So I don't argue. They be liking everything. They be like, oh, he be saying the truth.
I ain't gonna hold you. Y'all be dumb, but when it comes like y'all say wild shit, but when it comes to y'all, like amongst talking about y'all team, for the most part, y'all know what y'all talking about.
Right.
These Commanders fans, bro. I can see why people hate us, dog. Like it be some shit like.
It'd be some like wrong shit.
Yeah, I don't even want to get like if though I'll never forget watching the Cowboys get like seriously. I was a Jazz was watching the last game of the season when they took Jaden out of the ship. I'm watching the joint. And like he did like because he was bad in that game for whatever reason. He was off or whatever, but you know that niggas.
I think he was still dealing with that rib injury at that point.
Too. Nah, this the end. This the joint. This is the joint like all the way like the last game of the season where we just with Marcus.
He was still coming off that like that's a tough injury.
Yeah,
like,
but I think he
was dealing with that for weeks.
No, facts. But it was just one of them. Yeah. It was just one of weird ass. We couldn't block Mike. Mike had 2 sacks off the rip. Like it was just one of the weird joint. And I think he knew he wasn't playing the whole game, so it was kind of like. But like somebody the ball was like. Man, this nigga some shit, man. I knew this nigga was a fraud. This is a Commander. I'm like, bro, like, y'all, shut the fuck up, bro. Like, y'all niggas make me sick, bro. Or like when like Kirk was doing this thing. Kirk 300 yards away for 5,000 yards. That season when he was cooking shit, niggas like, man, we should have. As soon as he throw, man, RG3 would have shut the fuck up, bro. Like, yo, these niggas kill me. But real shit though, I was arguing with like some of my men about this because they was like. I know we wanted a corner, even though we ended up getting a hell of a corner when we did, but
y'all should have got that boy Will Johnson from Michigan. I don't know.
It's his injury history though.
He's still decent.
No, I agree.
He's still decent. It was a lot of great corners in this draft.
No, we got a good one though. The nigga we got in the third was a first round, was projected first round. But this is what I will say though is about that tackle pick. I don't. What I was reminded my man. I was like when we got slaughtered by Philly. The first thing, or most niggas said at the bar, everybody was literally saying, man, we got to do something about this line, man. Everybody said that shit. They go do something about the line, and now y'all bitching. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they did.
And niggas, not to cut you off, John, and niggas don't know, like, tackles from, like, certain colleges that's really good.
Yeah, facts.
Don't let they star QB.
Even if you know
don't get that,
they not as sexy. I get it because
it's not a sexy position
unless you like really Trent or like one of them. Like because we was all happy when we got drafted Trent. We knew he was the dog. But like outside of that, like they not the sexy pick. But like No, these niggas really think about it. We flipped our line, which is hard to do. We flipped our line in 2 years to a star line.
Yeah.
So if our line ends up being, this allows us to put him on the right side. Coleman, who I think is a better guard. I think he's naturally a guard. He swings to the inside. We got Larry. Allegretti becomes like the swing guard now. So if you look at, we have a like, we're protecting the prize asset. These motherfuckers' defensive line is fucking atrocious. I mean, atrocious in a good way to them. They got the Giants just got Abdul Carter. They got Thibodeau. They got Dexter Lawrence. They got Brian Burns. This is a bad division to not have a line in, bro. And I think we did what we needed. It's like we could go elsewhere, but let's just add this piece and let's just lock this down. We got our QB for the future. We got a good line around it. Let's just stash this, keep this in, and let's go. It's gonna be a trenches division for a brick, bro. Like this MC's about to be brutal, bro.
Wild East.
No, it's about to be brutal. So yeah, I think we did. Yeah, it's not sexy, but fuck it. All the years Detroit was drafting a fucking lineman. It was like, damn, another lineman. And then you look up and now you wondering why they fucking got 10 yards of carry on your ass because they built their line.
Fucking jerk off through a game away.
I mean, that was like a lot of the teams though. It was a lot of corners, a lot of defensive tackles, a lot of guards, like a lot of OTs. Like, I mean, it was a lot of O-line being built.
It was not like a heavy receiver offense. It wasn't a heavy offensive draft.
Not at all.
They said this was a bad draft.
The Bears did well. The fucking Falcons did well on it.
Can we pause there on the Bears? I want to say this because I don't know if niggas know this, but Commanders fans know that like there's this little beef with us and the Bears still going on. No, we didn't do this. We didn't. And it's not from us. It's not us.
Is it Caleb or like
it's Bears fans. Bears fans like any. I swear to God, go on any Commanders page, and you will see a nigga saying some shit like, if it's a Jaden post, they'd be like, "Oh, if Caleb was there, he would like." So it's become a thing, like, and like they like Bears fans be really in the comments. So like, but I do want to say this though: if that nigga isn't like very good this year, something is wrong. Because I kudos to the Bears. I've never seen a team put this much around the QB this quick in my life. Oh, the linemen too. They got an all pro. They got the all pro lineman because they got another. They got the tight end.
Yeah, dude.
They got they got Luther Burden. They drafted.
They got Luther Borden from Missouri.
Yeah, Missouri.
Whole fucking dog.
They gave him the coach.
Yeah.
Like
definitely
got Ben Johnson.
Right. Yeah, I've never seen nobody.
It's on Caleb now.
Yeah, like so we'll see. I just had to say that for them Bears fans to be annoying.
But looking as me being an Eagles fan, I know Jalen's gonna be better than Caleb. So I will.
Yeah, that boy different.
Yeah,
my boy different.
He's special.
I didn't see if Caleb would have came in. I don't see his style being with Dan Quinn offense and shit like that.
No,
like he fits that other NFC South like type of.
I see.
And I'm gonna be honest, like I feel like Dan needed like a worker, like, and I
like workers.
Not to say that like Caleb, isn't working hard or whatever, but like Jaden is like head down, focused,
just like Matt Ryan
guy, and I don't think that Caleb is.
I think Jay Daniels is autistic.
Oh wow!
And I know this gonna sound crazy.
What?
No, I'm about to.
Yeah, I'm about to get to elaborate like shit.
I'm about to get to this. You know how they be saying like?
What did he say?
No, seriously. You know how they say like? Because there's levels to autism, right? We some people and shout out. There's spectrum, and they say the ones that are super high functioning, they kind of like. Well, they all have superpowers to a degree, but the ones that super high functioning, they're like, but they still might be on the spectrum. It's certain stuff when I watch Jaden that it's like almost like. Certain shits is super. It's almost weirdly like to the point where like you might like even like all right. I get being cool and collective and all that shit. Love it. When we played Tampa and they kicked that field goal and the joint doinked and the cameras and they ran it back and the cameras on Jaden. Jaden didn't blink. He didn't move. He didn't make like a joint. And then like they asked him at the end of the game.
Like focus.
But he's a human being. Like
that's like Kobe, Mo.
Like, it's a game. Hold on. This is our first time in the playoffs in a minute. Hold on.
Laser focus.
But Kobe was. You react to like he's not on the field. He's on the sideline, sitting down. You make the field goal, you go to the next round. You miss it, you gotta go to overtime. I'm talking about just a natural human reaction. When the ball's kicked, when you hear doink, everybody in the sideline almost like
he's eliminated.
Just to make sure, just to see where it should. When they kick field goal, Brady's even like this looking at the joint.
Nah,
Jaden was like this.
Counter to that.
Jaden was. I'm like, bro, are you good, bro?
Right. Kobe's 81-point game.
If you were that close,
laser focus,
you would react, right? And you would think he didn't react at all for the last 60 points.
That's different.
So how the fuck is it different?
I'm gonna tell you why. No, I'm not. Because there's like a certain shit is like, if you go like Bron game 5, Bron against the Celtics, the game where they see him staring at the light, that's a different thing. Because like Bron and Kobe and those guys, they don't give a fuck if they was at .70. They had their mind made up like, nah, fuck it. Like, nigga, I'm not breaking this. That's different. You locked in, you're focused. I'm talking about a moment where you're just, bruh, you can be.
You saying he was too nonchalant?
Brady, right? We'll say Brady's one of the clutchest nigga we probably know, right? Very clutchest nigga we know in football. Go back and look at any of them joints where Vinatieri is lining up to kick one of them game-winning field goals.
That's Vinatieri.
Brady is sitting there, and that's the human in him. It's not to say he's not locked in. He's sitting there, and when the ball goes in the air, he's clutching like this. And this is Brady. We talking about. He's a human fucking being.
Vinatieri was like,
you act human. Jaden was. He was thinking about dinner or some shit, bro. Like he wasn't even present in the moment.
Bro.
And then they asked the nigga.
These don't feel like good
the funniest part is when they asked him.
High functioning autistic.
Now I got another joint. The joint. Like even when nobody can guess the quarter, like they ask quarterbacks, like the way he just like he's so good, there's something wrong with him. Like I can't like make like
it's just calm, bro.
Bro, he's
smart.
He's smart as shit.
He on the spectrum a little bit though. That's all I'm saying. No, in a good way though. I'm glad we got it. I'm just saying he's a little autistic. I'm like. It's beyond the realm.
Griffin, you could say he's autistic, but you know what I'm saying?
Nah, because that would be a bad way. Like I like what Jaden got going on. Like it works.
He's just high quality.
I cried when they said that we called him.
No, I think he's just different.
They said we called him when we got the lineman, and we said they said the podcast. They called him and they said, "Hey, we got you a lineman." And he said like he just waking. He was like, all right, cool. I'll see him in the facility.
See?
He said, I'm going to sleep. No, I'm not giving that. I'm not saying no. That wasn't an example, but I'm saying that joke was just funny. He was like, I'll see him in the facility, but I got to wake up at 4 a.m., guys. Like I was like, that's not I'm just saying, like, I fuck with the nigga. Like, he's a different type.
I fuck with him.
He's a different type.
Mother gotta let him loose though, because them joints gonna come at him. She gotta let him loose. She's
I'm gonna be honest, like, and I never said nothing about that shit, but I understand that for everybody. Right. But Juju, she don't need this nigga. Like, I could understand that when you're trying to keep the thoughts up off him. Yeah. But Juju got her own. Like, she got her own name, her own money, her own reputation, and she is going to be fine Juju Jordan. Juju Jordan. Like, you doing that with Juju, I have a problem with that. Like, to me, like, it gets past the point of protection.
Shedeur had one of the little wrestling singer names. So Cecilia, she was right there. I was like, that's her.
Yeah. You know what's funny?
I was like, all right, Shedeur. Yeah, two of them. So I said, the
nigga in me agrees with y'all. The mom gotta let him loose.
She gotta let him loose.
The Skins fan in me though, I'm like, yeah, keep that nigga. Like I'm with it. Like I want to let it go, but like the Skins, like every time she pops up, like every time I see her having fun, and I see mom in the corner, I'm like, yeah, mom.
I fuck with it though.
It be the niggas that end up with kids though. You can't keep that leash too tight, and you know that.
Like, no, I like it though.
I want him to have a normal life. And I agree with y'all wholeheartedly, but the fan in me, when I see his mom pop up, like, yeah, ma, he got practice in the morning. Yeah. Really, man, ma.
Listen, I'm 100% with you with everybody, but Juju to me is the one exception.
Yeah, I like that.
She's
the one exception to that.
But you know.
You know what I'm saying? Not because, like, you know, Juju ain't no thought. She's focused, career driven, own money, great reputation,
basketball girl, first,
got a bright future ahead of her. Like, this is who he probably should be married.
Yeah.
Moms don't stop shit though. You know that.
Yeah.
You know that. That man, a millionaire, he'll find a way.
And his reaction to it to me was also like, I don't give a shit what you saying about this one.
They're gonna start calling the mommy's boy in the league and shit. So it's only a matter of time, but that's just gonna get your defense fired up. So it don't matter. It's all good.
Nah, facts. So I ain't gonna talk about the Wizards.
Why the fuck would you do that?
Yeah, I know. 15.
What the fuck is wrong with y'all?
Like,
for the record, for y'all, I'm not a Wizard.
I hope y'all go 10th in the draft. Do not get Coop. Y'all do not deserve Coop at all.
I mean, you know.
Because they need to move, man.
You know what the rumor was, like, if Coop gonna get drafted by us, he might fuck around and stay in school and never be in.
Yes,
don't matter because we still gonna have a top draft next year. We're gonna be asked this year. So
I know what happened. I know what happened to the Wizards though. I promise you. I swear to God. Y'all down for
other than Tommy Shepard?
No, I'm telling you, it was a starter for y'all. Which y'all loving Otto Porter.
Yeah. Fucking Otto Porter.
Otto Porter.
That's where it started.
Y'all nigga paid him like he was Scottie Pippen.
Yeah, that was the decline. It started right there, bro.
And literally
like 3 to 4 points less every season after we traded him. The nigga went from like 13 to like an immediate 10, and then went to 9, and then went to 7. I mean, everybody who know me know how much I hate fucking Otto Porter.
And then he go to Golden State and get a ring.
Yeah. And then go to Golden State and get a ring. I hate
some bad luck too. That the wall injuries was tough.
But also, like, you got Ernie Grunfeld. He definitely didn't help this situation. I felt like Ernie made a point.
Still there.
I felt like he made a point to burn shit down, like, before he got fired from that position also. Because, like, we paid Otto when actually we should have paid Kelly Oubre, and then let Kelly Oubre go. Oubre. Yeah, should have kept Kelly Oubre. Should have paid him. Like, we should have paid Otto. And then immediately after Kelly went to the Hornets, he averaged 25. Like, as soon as he got there. So like, I feel like Ernie was a big part of that too, because I felt like he was bitter and started burning shit down.
Y'all let go of the Nate quicker than y'all should.
Yeah.
He was good for. Hey, y'all had a little.
And honestly, our last good coach was Scott Brooks.
Facts.
He was cool. Scott.
He was the last good one. I ain't saying he was gonna get you to a playoff. I feel like in my mind, Scott Brooks was always more of like a Doug Collins than a Phil Knight. You see,
he's a players coach too.
He's a players coach. No, I think he's better than Doug.
You think better than Doug Collins?
I think he's better than Doug because he had KD and Russell.
More Doug Collins than Phil Knight for sure.
Yeah, he had KD and Russell like on MVP levels. And then when James left, nothing changed. Like Scott was the man.
But I love Scott, but I feel like it's insane that he was the last good coach we had.
Doug let Michael Jordan do whatever he wants.
I'm not a Wizards fan, but I do miss. I miss the glory. I miss when
I miss going to Barco and dapping up John Wall.
I miss John, period. Yeah. And for him not to be in at minimum.
You know why you miss Wall? You know why you miss Wall? We were just talking about this. You know why niggas really miss Wall for real? You know what it really is? He just happened. Yes, it is part John Wall, but that was the last great era of DC party. Like, he just happened to be synonymous with it. Like, when DC was still DC, when you had $2 Tuesdays in stadium, when you had Griffin was the fucking
K Street
craziest shit in town.
Yeah, but
he was at the height of all that shit. Like, John was in there.
For me, that's not why. To me, like, John Wall was the kind of player where, like, he had the speed and athleticism where anything was possible in the game. And I miss that possibility in Wizards basketball. I miss the possibilities of what could happen with a fantastic point guard who loved to play, who loved the game, who looked forward to passing, who was great at distribution, was great at controlling pace and momentum.
Wall was a hell of a defender.
Like, yeah, facts. Defensively, I'll never forget the game. And this was like, I think what ended up being like the year before the bubble. I think this was LeBron's like first or second year with the Lakers. He was the only player in history to hold LeBron to 10 points in that game. And LeBron left in the beginning of the fourth of the game. He was so pissed off about it, he left. So, like, I miss that.
No, what was a hell of a player?
And for him not to be in at least player development at this point is crazy to me.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Like,
injuries robbed him too.
If you don't want him to play, you feel like he don't got it no more. That's fine. But for you not to bring him back and hire him when he's somebody who really
a hell of an analyst too.
A hell of an analyst. He watches everything. Right. He watching from fifth graders on up. He knows everything that's happening in basketball from the AAU leagues all the way up through college. For you not to utilize him at minimum for draft picks, it's crazy to me. He would be happy.
He should be a GM.
No question.
He should be a GM.
For him not to be like player development, to be able to work his way up to being a GM of this team is crazy.
It's they lost too, because like Wall still got heavy influence on the kids and people coming up. Like, he one of them voices people
helped the dude Dillingham from Kentucky who got drafted by Minnesota. That was one of his proteges. So, like, I mean, the Wizards to me, like,
don't that Wizards get away.
Whatever your personal issue with that nigga is, like,
don't that Wizards get away.
Fuck you, like. But honestly, I might though. Like, I mean, it's getting to that point, man.
It's like you go to the game, it's a fucking club. Yeah. That's what it is. Backyard there every fucking night. It's a club.
Okay, it's ridiculous.
They can't get them tickets away. Bro.
Yeah,
nigga, what? Everybody's coming to the niggas. Oh my god, bro. Rick Ross having concerts there.
I'm still gonna go. Shout out to DJ Heat. She always look out for me.
Shout out to DJ Heat. Legend.
Always make sure I get tickets.
The Wizards.
I'm gonna still go.
The Wizards tickets have almost become to the fact, like, if you call me on we ain't gonna say work night because I automatically double. But if you tell me like on a Saturday and I have nothing to do, I really might be like, I'm good on those tickets. Like, it depends on what show I'm watching, or like, it gotta be
niggas
like
went 16 and whatever.
Yeah, like I don't even.
That's not good, bro. That's
Like,
good, like,
16th and whatever. Like I don't even like. I'm not gonna do the math on what 16 minus 82 is.
like
But
y'all niggas
16
can't even,
and
like
whatever the
niggas
fuck.
can't even get to the play-in. They can't even win 40
Nah.
games.
I saw a suggestion. Like this week, it was talking about like the NBA should make the worst 4 teams in the league like play in a play-in.
They should.
Like,
They should.
fight
They
for
should.
a spot.
They
Like
should.
I think that's actually a really good idea.
They should.
You know what I
like the
think?
play-in.
I think the NBA should make the worst 4 teams. Like I never liked the lottery concept. I say scrap the lottery and make the teams play for it. Like if
Yeah.
you, if
Nah,
you,
fact. I
if
think
you
they
make a
should
lot,
let-
make them play for the who gets the first pick. Like
Yeah,
that.
I agree
Make
with
them play
that.
for it.
That's what I think should happen. Like I think they should take the worst 4 teams, do a play-in type of situation, and make them play for the number 1 pick.
Yeah,
that to
I-
me is fair.
I would do that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That to me is fair, and maybe like it would give them something to play for.
Because I hate the lotto. The lotto doesn't really.
lotto don't
It
do
does
shit.
not make
It don't
sense
do
for it.
shit.
Like
Not
when
at all.
it doesn't make sense.
The lotto is
It
silly
makes no
shit.
sense at all. Yeah.
Like that never made sense to me.
Yeah, like y'all the worst team in the league, but we'll give these other teams a chance too. To
Yeah.
like, well, what, bro?
And nobody else does that.
Yeah, it's
Like no other league does that except for the NBA.
It's
Like,
weird as
It's a ridiculous
shit,
way to
bro.
do anything. And also, like, if you are one of the worst teams in the league, you have nothing to look forward to
You
after
don't.
that.
Yeah,
No,
facts.
they
You know what I'm saying? Like, if
Right.
you us, if you Detroit, if you Charlotte, like,
Child Detroit. Yeah. Go Pistons.
yeah, piss,
Yeah.
absolute piss.
The Knicks ass too, by the way, but that's neither here nor there.
Why you think the Knicks ass?
I just got to say that every time I got a chance.
I want why? I got to hear this.
Yeah.
Because I got a lot of niggas from up top, and they had this crazy bravado about the Knicks, and like, and you know what? I don't like
be wrong.
I don't like their superstars. That's
You don't
what
like
it is.
Cat?
I fucking love Jalen Bronson.
I don't like.
I
No,
love Jalen. Yeah.
is he
I
good?
fuck with Cat.
Yes,
Cat don't have that-
absolutely.
he just don't have that
That's-
dog in him.
I just don't like him.
Why?
It's something about cuz. Like I don't know.
So
Yeah, it's look. I don't call it hating.
I
Call it,
definitely don't think he's soft.
I don't
even
think
coming out of
so.
Villanova, I didn't just never liked him. I never liked him. He just
Brandon Johnson was.
I don't know
Jalen
what it is.
Brunson
I
one
just
of the
never
most
liked him.
gifted guards I seen.
Facts.
No, wow.
Love
No, he is. Nah, I'm not talent wise. I'm not gonna
And
take
like
nothing away from
the
him. I just don't.
Mavs, like losing out on this shit, like
It ain't a player you
Sometimes
just
I
never
feel
really
like-
like for some reason. Like could be good as hell. Like my man said he hates Trey just because he don't like the
I'ma
way he
be-
look. And
I'm
cool,
gonna be
whatever.
honest. Like, I wasn't necessarily. I never liked Gil.
Me either. The board
I
doesn't.
never
love
liked Gil
Gilbert
with a Rangers.
To this
Never.
day.
Love Gilbert.
All right, cool.
Yeah, I never liked him.
Hibachi, y'all tripping. That shit was a hall. That was.
I mean,
Hall
he
of
was
Fame
like
moment.
that. We not talking about skill set.
I
mean,
With
I-
any of these players, we not
I
talking about
mean,
skill set.
it be
We
time.
just talking about like I don't favor this nigga.
Yeah.
I respect.
You know what I'm saying? And then what ended up happening with him, like to me,
You know I've called him a cornball
Bro, that shit.
5,000 times. on
He is
the
a
show.
cornball.
I really don't fuck with
Baldwin
Gil.
Hills, rich boy, bringing guns into the league, like
That was wild.
get suspended
That's
50
still
games.
wild.
Yeah, like speaking of, right? So there's the Shooting Guards documentary. Shout out to my boy Walter who directed that.
That's tough.
Will be out on May 6th on Netflix.
Netflix be kicking ass on the
Yeah,
documentaries.
Netflix
They
be
do
kicking
not.
ass on
I have not seen a bad documentary on Netflix.
Never, and especially that particular series,
Yeah.
because that's a part of the Untold series. So they did like
Mhm.
the Malice in the Palace, the joint with the hockey team that was actually a
Malice
part of the
joint was tough.
mafia.
Florida joint was
Yeah,
cool.
like what was the sign stealer about
Mhm,
Michigan?
Michigan.
And I mean like the level of research that they do, because I know with that documentary I was supposed to be in it, you know what I'm saying? But happened how it happened. But with that documentary, like we filmed that April last year.
That's crazy.
So and we were like the last portion of that documentary at that point. So mind you, they were done filming a year ago.
So-
It takes that long to edit and to get through it. And then I'm sure there's paperwork and all of that goes through it too. But it took just that long to edit it. Like they approached that with perfection. Like the Untold documentary don't play no games. But I think this documentary is gonna be special. Shooting Guards is about, for those that don't know, the Shooting Guard documentary is going to catalog the situation with Javaris Crittenden and then Gilbert Arenas, where they got into it in the locker room. Gilbert brings a gun in. Gil ends up getting suspended for 50 games. And then Javaris, who ends up losing his NBA career after this, because Gil was still Gil at that point.
Yeah, we still
Right? So, he got an opportunity to continue playing for the Wizards and then several other teams after that because Gil was Gil. Javaris was, a lower man on the totem pole on that team. And as a result, he suffered greatly because of that gun incident and he didn't play again. And then he ended up having a situation where, he shot somebody in Atlanta who, he thought was a part of a robbery that had occurred. And I think he ended up getting 25, 30 years off of that. So the turns that those two lives took, relative to that incident is really what that documentary is going to discuss. And I'm gonna go ahead and spill beans. You know what I'm saying? No, I ain't gonna do it, man. I respect Walt, man. I know he worked hard on that documentary, and I ain't gonna be no sucker, man. I don't do shit like that. But make sure y'all watch that documentary because the real reason for that 50-game suspension, it comes out in there. The precedent at that time was 7 games. Gil got
wow.
like 52.
That was wild.
So, you know, they're going to explain in that documentary the reason why Gil got 52 games or 50 some odd games instead of the 7, which was the precedence at that time. And it's going to blow y'all mind for real. So
I love Gil. Prayer to his son too, yo.
yeah, man. Shout out to Elijah.
Elijah
I think they said they put him in a medically induced coma.
Yeah.
So shout out to Gil, man. Like a legend, you know, regardless of, you know, how you feel about people, like you get credit where it's due, man. A legend. Is Gil going to the Hall of Fame? Just curious.
Nah.
No?
Yeah, Antoine James should be in there.
Yeah, for sure.
That's tough, yeah.
Yeah.
Because I would say no off the rip, but
I won't be surprised.
There's people with less than him in the Hall.
And I'm going to be honest with you. I feel like what you're going to see in this documentary is probably the reason why he won't go.
Yeah.
If I'm being real.
I think that's the main reason, though.
Yeah. I think if we just talking statistics, to me, Gilbert Arenas, no question, deserves to be there. But it's goes so much further than statistics in this game, and we know that. Because that was the reason why, you know, the image, perception, whatever, is also the reason why they left Kyrie off the 75.
Yo,
because ain't no question he should have been.
The Kyrie thing.
You don't agree?
So this is the thing with the Kyrie thing. It was explainable to me. Like I understand, and mind you, it's a lot because of injury. Man, that there's no way around that.
Saying that right now
because we're only really talking about injury for real.
Okay.
And then there's somebody I believe there was no deserve. And they can still change it, bro. But they need to. Dame needs to come on. And he should never been on it. Dame needs to come on.
That's why.
Dame needs to come on 75, and they need to put Dwight Howard on that top 75 because Dwight is a top 75 basketball player of all time.
One of the greatest centers of all time. I would say. I would say Dwight probably top 3 centers all time. Top 3, top 4.
Yeah.
You don't think he's
top 3 is crazy?
I don't think he's better than King. Like King was OD.
He's not better than Joker right now though. Like Joker's already
Joker's
right now.
Joker's already
still really early in his.
He top 10, but he not.
Joker got 3 MVPs though.
You don't think he top 3? I think Dwight top 5.
Nah,
Joker
top 5.
Give me the 4 better than Dwight, other than Shaq and Akeem.
That's 2.
Shaq and Akeem are obvious.
He's not better than Jokic. We can just start right there.
I feel like we gotta see.
Not better than y'all.
Joker passed that. He got 3 MVPs. That does it. Game over.
Whether those are legit or not is another conversation.
They're not gonna put him over Bill. They're not gonna put him over Chamberlain, and it's just stuff. I'm just like I never watched the boys play, but I know they're not.
I really feel like you got to put him over Chamberlain. I'm gonna be honest. That to me is why he makes the top 5. 100 points, like that nigga. He not scoring 100 points now.
Bro, yeah, Will Chamberlain was.
He not scoring that. Niggas not scoring 100 points.
I didn't realize how much niggas like Will to like recently, like 2 years ago.
This do your research.
Now niggas love Will.
Dominant.
Niggas love
the fucking Celtics. I'm watching the Celtics documentary. They hate Will.
Yeah, Will. They fuck
because he used to destroy Bill Russell. Like that nigga Will was a problem. Like when he left Philly and went to LA with Jerry and Elgin Baylor, Wilt was a fucking problem, bro. Like the Celtics hate that nigga Wilt Chamberlain. Yeah. They hate him and Kareem. Like when Wilt got there, he used to like slaughter Bill Russell. Like that nigga Wilt was dominant. Like I'm mad at Wilt didn't play in the 80s. That's how like dominant he was. Like.
But Dwight's 575 for sure though.
Yeah, he top 10. He top 10, but it's like
for sure.
They not. I think he might be.
Let's forget Dwight used to have 45 and like 20.
Yeah,
he was second lead when LeBron won MVP. He was second in voting. So
yep,
niggas forgot about that.
Yeah. Better than Kareem.
Fuck no. Kareem was OD with one shot. Like Kareem was OD. Yeah, Kareem was OD.
The fucking hook.
Kareem is the only even. Oh, he's not better than Hakeem either. By the way.
No, we said that.
Oh, we said that.
Yeah,
I give him over.
I'm saying like when I think best centers of all time, immediately I'm thinking Shaq. I'm thinking Akeem. I'm thinking Dwight. I'm thinking.
You gotta say Kareem.
You gotta say Kareem.
Kareem resume is better.
I think I would put. I don't know if I would. I definitely wouldn't put him top 5 necessarily, but I think Patrick Ewing. I
would put him over Dwight.
I put.
Yeah.
Okay.
I will, but it's not that. It's not light, but
Ewing has the scoring record of the Knicks.
For sure.
I thought Melo had it, but he has that.
And then also, of course, you got like David Robinson, right? You got him of power forward.
Power forward.
Okay.
Power forward.
I got him over than David Robinson. Even though David Robinson was a MVP, I got Dwight. Skill wise, everything wise. Sure. Like if Dwight would have got a jumper like David Robinson, he would be a problem.
Facts.
It'd be a problem.
But I think when I'm thinking of it, I'm just thinking if you put David Robinson against Dwight Howard.
Oh, it's gonna be a problem.
Smoke.
It's
not even really close.
It's not a lot of niggas beating Dwight one in history. To be honest with you,
it wasn't when he was playing. It wasn't too many people could like check him.
That shit was crazy.
Nah, facts.
That shit was crazy.
So this segment of the show, right, we're gonna do something called flip the script, right? So I'm gonna ask a question. Both of you guys have to answer. You tell me like which one you would prefer, right? Would you rather? We're gonna start with you, John. Would you rather be an average player on a championship team or the star player on a team that gets eliminated in the first round every year?
Me personally, star player on the team and gets eliminated every year. It just do more for me. Look at these niggas, they ain't never won the chip. Gil won't shut up. I see Gil every fucking week. That nigga ain't won shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? But and B Jennings think he like, but that's what when you one of them ones, you get it history.
Damn, man, you ain't ask me about that.
Shit is more kind to me.
I hate Brandon Jennings so much.
Yeah, that's what
he just went.
He's ridiculous.
He,
I remember Brandon Jennings when he played with the Wizards. Boy, you were ass. I don't care like what you telling yourself. I remember seeing you for like 60 games a year. You were fucking terrible. And I thought he was going to be very good at that point. At that point, he wasn't like past the prime.
After his Achilles injury, it was a wrap. It was over.
Yeah, facts. Like for this nigga to be talking like he talking.
But look at that. But look at that. We see that's the proof right there. Pat Bev is actually the little antithesis. This is exactly the opposite of what you said. Good average guy on a championship team, and then you got one. And Jennings ain't even that. But like you see how people
niggas
like,
don't. I gotta
like
niggas don't understand. Pat was a Chicago.
I fuck with Pat.
Yeah, legend.
I fuck with Pat.
And niggas don't understand that Hardy went far OCP without Pat Bev defense.
Where did Pat go to high school?
He went to Marshall in Chicago.
And
so they was really because
in Chicago it's like Marshall and
Sammy. Y'all.
Did he average 30?
He averaged 40.
Yeah, he averaged 40. 41 actually, I think.
41. I went and look. I said, no, Pat was a dog before he torn his meniscus. He was a dog, and he was like, Brian, I'll bust your ass now. Like, yo, he will. Like,
he
still
Jennings can't be Pat. On 1-on-1, he definitely can. And Pat is the better NBA player all time.
And the better defender. So.
Yeah, great defender.
But he's better in the period. Like, as a basketball, as an NBA who had a better career.
That's different Dior I see every time. Like, that's different Dior. Like, that's a different guy. I love Pat. I love Pat. I love Pat. So.
Nah, facts. But you still got to answer that.
Say the question again.
Would you rather be an average player on a championship team or a star player on a team that gets eliminated in the first round every year?
I'll be a star player. I seen KG get eliminated in the first round after his MVP season. So I had an MVP and a couple of millions. I'll take that. And when you on a championship team, niggas don't want to be Luke Longley. Like niggas want to be Jordan.
Facts.
So or like you couldn't even be coach, or niggas don't want to be Kerr.
Yeah.
Like if I got a clutch role or a 6-man role in the championship thing, I probably will say championship. But like, nah, I'm gonna get my 400 million and tell y'all to suck my balls like Anthony.
Yeah, I'm gonna say the same thing. Just because like the opportunity's always gonna be there.
Yeah.
You a star player, and even if y'all get eliminated in the first round, somebody's
that's not my fault.
Somebody's gonna trade
that's the upper echelon.
Somebody gonna want me. There's always opportunity for money, for endorsement. Like
life is great.
Whereas being average on a championship team, like you could fall into obscurity.
You gonna stand in line when you on the championship team, when you're a superstar, or you come right out.
I'd rather be Melo than Middleton, bro.
Facts.
I'll be Melo.
Facts. Okay, fair enough. Starting with you this time, Roy. Would you rather hit a game-winning buzzer beater or score the winning field goal in overtime?
Game winning buzzer beater. Game winner, because like saying Mike do that shit against Elo, that shit was crazy. Ron Harper's still mad. Yeah. They supposed to check Mike like game winner all the time. Field goal, because that motherfucker, that shit tricky. I think a field goal kick is the most pressure. Especially in the Super Bowl, you have to make that first kick.
Nah, facts. I think it's way more pressure on that.
Yeah,
but that's what I'm saying. Like, it's so huge if you do it because it's
you Adam Vinatieri, but you could be Justin Tuck when you missing the fucking playoffs. Like niggas are not Adam. Like Adam makes a living of kicking. Like it's on me. You know what I'm saying? Tom, get me there. It's on me. That's like a kicker. That shit is more pressure. Game one is just easy. Just know your angles on the court. Shoot the mid range. And that's it.
Dame Lillard still living off that one. He ain't been shit.
That shit was crazy. That shit was wild. That shit was crazy. That's one hell of one to live off.
Paul George still mad about that shit.
Yeah, Paul George ain't been the same after that.
Yeah, he was.
Word. Hey,
He was pissed P like every.
Nah, don't bullshit. Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
sir, we've been shit since.
No bullshit.
What you saying, John? Field goal or game?
Definitely the game. This was definitely the buzzer beater.
Okay.
Niggas practice that. Like, I don't even like. I mean, I'm not a crazy NBA fan. I watch like everybody else does, but I'm not like. But I mean, even I just say I didn't play basketball when I was younger. That's what I meant. But you still do the 5, 4, 3, 2 before you like. That's the. You know what I mean? Yeah, for sure. And nobody gives a fuck about the field goal kick unless you like one of the ones. Because the minute you kick the field goal and you win, they zoom to the quarterback and the coach and everybody sound like they don't even let you sell it. You don't even get that much like press time once you hit that motherfucker. Like they're going right over to something else. Like, I'm good.
Okay, fair enough. Next one. Would you rather play football in a snowstorm or basketball during a heat wave with no AC?
I actually play basketball in the heat wave. So yeah, I do that. Snow football is tricky, slippery
as fuck.
Field is shit. The ball is damn near a missile. So yeah, I definitely play in the heat wave. I actually did play in the heat wave. I think it was a tournament back in the day, if I'm not mistaken. It was the time that DC had the heat wave. I just went outside and just almost fucking died, but I didn't. But yeah, I'll take the heat wave. Snow playing sport. I played football in the snow. It was cool, but it was just trash. Like it's like I just feel like
it's too much that could go wrong.
Yeah, it's trash. Like, you could get hurt. Like you could literally fuck your ankle up. Like you could really like tone your ACL fucking with that snow. Like that field is trash. Heat wave, you're gonna be done, but you can still get cooler. You know, if you're a good player, you know what I'm saying. So
fair enough.
It's a different.
John, what you doing? Heat wave or snowstorm?
Man, y'all almost crazy too. I ain't gonna hold you because that shit ain't like fun as it looks. But you gotta say the football in the snow, man. That's football weather right there. That's playing it is different though, because that shit is. I've done it before. That shit, it look fun on TV. That shit is brutal in the actual like when you actually playing it. That shit is brutal as hell. Hands be brick. Toes be frozen. Every hit hurts more. But you gotta let that shit. It's just every time somebody say snow game, I just think of Shady cutting the niggas up in the snow in that Bills game, just going crazy on niggas. But yeah, I would have to say the snow.
Okay, fair enough. Last one. Would you rather play through an injury in a championship game, but have like a decent game? Not great, but a decent game.
You should mean by decent.
Do we win?
Let's say like
you had like
win.
26.
You win. You win a championship and you have a decent game.
You didn't score 30?
Nah.
Dang, you had like a 22 piece?
That's let's say like a 15 piece.
Oh, what the fuck, man? No. God,
you don't even know the option yet.
Damn.
God damn, you saying no. You don't
That's
even
Clay Thomas. My bad. Go ahead.
Would you rather do that, right? Play through an injury in a championship game that you win, where you like did all right, or have a legendary championship game, but it ends your career?
I played through that.
Did I win doing the legendary joint too?
Yep. Either way, you won.
It's still some factors missing though here, because I need to know what type of player I am too. That matters. Like if I'm just a bum ass. Yeah, I'm gonna play through the injury because I'm still going. Yeah, because they still going. It's still my chip regardless. Like if I win the chip, it's still like I'm Trey. Like they're gonna say, I mean, look, somebody had to get us to this motherfucker. So, and then people like Kobe's had some bad game sevens. Like it happens. Like you know what I'm saying. So like
ain't bad game sixes too.
Yeah, bad game. So you know it just be what it be.
Early in his early 2000s.
But you can get back. You know what I'm saying. I got a chance to get back. Other cuz done after his 70-point championship win.
Yeah.
Which is tough.
But let's
which is tough.
Let's say it's like Steph against the Celtics.
Yeah,
right? Was that 22?
Yeah,
let's say it's Steph against the Celtics in 22. So you 50 piecing niggas 2-3 games.
He had a good fourth quarter.
Depending on how the funny part is depending on how the career go, people gonna be like, because some people might automatically put you in a different realm. Like, oh, yo, if he would have lasted, he'd have been like, you fuck around and be something in the folklore that you never was for real. But
Brandon Roy.
That's a name.
Yeah.
That's a name.
But that's to me, that's the perfect example of like what could have been.
Yeah. Yeah.
if not for the knee condition.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like the folklore is all around.
Him and my superhero Penny.
Yep. Him and another one
Man.
for sure.
Mhm.
Right? What happens if Shaq never leaves Orlando and all of that pressure is not put on?
He was
Penny?
always gonna leave with his goofy ass.
I mean, you know, he said he regret it now. He said
he always say that.
He lied about that. He don't regret that
Shaq
shit.
be
He don't
lying,
regret that
dog.
shit.
He
don't regret that shit. He might regret leaving.
Like he
Kobe,
was mad
but-
about the Pepsi shit. Like he got mad at when Penny was like high on the Nike shit with the little Penny. He was like real jealous because he really was fucking with like Chris. The little Penny shit was number one. Shaq with that dumbass Pepsi commercial.
And I mean, like we ain't gonna hold you. Like
And fucking
never act
Anderson, too.
like the pennies wasn't like one of the greatest times in sneakers. Like,
yeah,
like
a Penny. Well, you're right.
Outside of Jordan,
overall,
he had
a run,
and especially in comparison to Shaq.
No, when Penny started heating up though, he started heating. When them Penny started, like, yeah, but yeah, I don't know. I can't. I'd rather have a chance to repeat than. But
so you rather be average and had a chance to repeat than go legend? I mean, like, and I'm talking about
if I'm Trey, yeah. But also, I do realize that sometimes winning a chip in a legendary performance, people might start thinking that you better than what you really like. Your folklore can go out the fucking sky. They might say like, yo, if he wouldn't have got hurt, he might have been Kobe. Like that might not even really been true, but you just you had
like
a physical shot.
I'm
You know what I'm
gonna say go legend in my career, and I'm gonna tell you why. Like the folklore can carry you to the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, I'm about to say, yeah, it's gonna get crazy. It's gonna get crazy. It's gonna get crazy for sure.
And you might have, had 5 more seasons and never made that shit. You worse every year after that.
Yeah.
Otto Porter.
Otto not good in DC no more, man.
Never. Don't you ever bring your ass back in. The crazy thing is, he owned a house in Virginia for the longest. And he might still own that house. Don't bring your ass back here, though. Like,
it wasn't his goofy ass fault.
It's fuck Otto for life.
I didn't understand to this day. I ain't trying. I didn't understand you got Kelly and he was a. I didn't understand y'all got him. Like y'all should have shifted Otto and kept Kelly.
Yeah, facts.
Kelly was a great defender.
But again, I say Ernie Grunfeld, he was gone after that year. Yeah. So I really feel like
I ain't know that.
Ernie Grunfeld, like he traded. So mind you, paid Otto the year before, right, or 3 years before. Mm-hmm. The year that he traded Kelly, he got fired that year, and I think he knew it was coming.
Yeah.
I genuinely, to this moment in life, feel like he did that intentionally.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, he a part of their future. And I'm GM now? Tommy Shepard.
What is that?
Nobody. Ass. A nigga you know who Tommy Shepard is?
And y'all need to hire Juwan Howard. What's wrong with y'all not hiring Juwan Howard?
Also crazy.
Juwan Howard should be.
Also crazy to me. Juwan Howard not being in the conversation.
It should be Juwan Howard.
This team is crazy.
It should be Juwan Howard, Ross Strickland.
Facts.
Niggas don't know Ross Strickland is a hell of a developer.
Facts.
Like he developed John Wall in Kentucky.
Facts.
Niggas ain't know that. He was assistant coach in Kentucky.
Facts.
Motherfucker, and Chris Webber should be the fucking GM.
Y'all what the Commanders used to be though.
And y'all should heard Jerry Stockhouse. He's a coach. He's in Golden State. He's a great assistant coach. You got him balling.
Hey, you had me until you said.
Where's this? Listen to me. Listen to me.
But I agree with you. Hiring Juwan, hiring Rod,
and C Webb as a GM.
Hiring C Webb.